Hey, what's going on, everyone? Mr. Rogers here. Just kidding, not Mr. Rogers. But I got my Mr. Rogers outfit on. Mark Bruce, Fit Train Performance. Speaking about program design, this is something that's staff development based, but also, it's going to be put on YouTube just to, get it out there. So the next piece that we are going to talk about is going to be undulating training. So, I did a video on French contrast training. I've done so far a video on block periodization. So the next method is going to be undulating periodization. So what does that mean? So when we look at our calendar year, right, we have our microcycle, we have our mesocycle, we have our macrocycle. The micro is going to be the week, the meso is going to be that month or that phase, whatever it might be. So in my conversation with block periodization, the things that are tough to program for athletes especially, you have a little bit more control with adults. But what you find is for athletes, what you're dealing with is an athlete will have practice, whatever, it could be Monday, it could be Thursday, then they could have AAU tournaments, whether it's volleyball, basketball, you got baseball, right now you got club seasons and extended, year seasons, you got young athletes who are playing all year round, you have kids that are playing multiple sports, they go from football to basketball, or they go from soccer to basketball, or basketball to baseball, whatever it might be, so you really don't have this control over, what their week could look like, what their day could look like, so you can't be that structured. Because, right, an athlete might come in on Monday and their legs are shot, but it's your leg day, it's your high intense day, it's a day that their body can't handle. Or they may come in on a Thursday and say, listen, I got a tournament this weekend. Last Thursday when I trained, I was sore for 2 days. I don't want to be sore for this tournament because, I may have a coach or yada, yada. So this is where, with undulating training, an undulating training model, what you can do is you get to have high days, low days, medium days, so you can have these different options. You can have these different training days that cater to the athlete and what they're doing. And it also gives you freedom to, have a high day when you have the time, have a low day when you need to have an athlete need a recovery day. So what I look at from an undulating model is going to be a high intense day, it's going to be a moderately intense day, and then it's going to be a low intense day. So like a tendon rehab, a higher volume, hypertrophic day, it's a proprioceptive, like it's a day that allows the body to not have to rely on the central nervous system to be, really revved up, really ready to go, and it can build off to the next day. So this can vary, right? So in a perfect world, right, you would think having the weekend, the body would be recovered and ready to go. So Monday could be your high intense day. Monday is your either velocity based day. Monday is going to be your power output or your absolute strength day. So maybe you're hitting, from a strength or absolute strength standpoint, you're hitting 80% for reps, you're hitting 90+% for a double or triple, you're doing max velocity days. That's your French contrast day, because everything needs to be done at an intense volume. It's really effective if you have some VBT tools, or maybe you're looking at, their vertical, and you're seeing what's keeping them within that, 10%. Of their max vertical. So, for example, maybe Monday is your total body day, your trap bar day, your clean day, whatever it might be. So let's say you stick between 90% that day, so you're going 90% for a double, maybe it's post-potentiation activation training, all your other lifts are catered to, intense strength, and maybe it's your really, really hard day. So it's a day you have practice, it's a day you have your skills workout, and it's a day that you're going to just put out some max intent. And then whether it's Tuesday or Wednesday, in a perfect world, I love a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday training split. Realistically, maybe it's going to be a Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. It could be Monday, Wednesday. So that second day is your moderate intense day. So that could be anywhere from 75 to 85%, depending on the targeted goal, right? So you have to focus on what's that antecedent goal that you're looking to achieve. So that could be, strength, right? So Monday is absolute strength, it's max velocity. Wednesday is going to be your moderate intense, so maybe that's going to be your relative strength day. So you're hitting 80% for 4 reps. And the thing you have to remember is you need to recover. So if Monday's like a trap bar deadlift for 90%, you might need 3 days to recover that central nervous system. So Wednesday could be your squat day, and what you might want to do is, if you look at hitting 80%, where you should be able to hit 5 reps, you're going to be more fatigued. So maybe you hit 3 or 4 reps at 80% of your squat, or it's going to be 75% for 6 reps. Something you can definitely achieve. There's still some velocity, you're moving well, you get that stimulus, but it's still allowing your body to get time to recover from Monday or from Monday's lift. And then Friday or even Saturday, that's going to be your low intense day. So that could be more volume based, more hypertrophy, isometric holds. It's something low level plyometrics. It's not, too intense, because we have to remember you're recovering from Monday and Wednesday. You may have something to do on the weekends. If you're an athlete, right, you might have a tournament, you might have skill session. So we're priming your body to perform at a high level. And then we're also giving your body that time to recover for Monday's more intense session. So just, to look at basic numbers, Monday is going to be 90 to 110%, depending on what training level you're at, what phase you're in. Wednesday could be 75 to 88%. And then, Friday and Saturday Friday could be hypertrophy, so it could be 65 to 75%. Saturday, maybe it's more, it could be a velocity-based day again, but you factor in, a number, a weight that's not going to tax you for Monday. So if you're someone that's going to hit 2 velocity-based days, it could be Monday, Thursday, Tuesday, Friday. So Monday, Thursday are your intense day and your high velocity day. Tuesday is going to be your sub-max day. Friday is going to be your higher volume day. So that's how we would look at that undulating model. And even if you're just a general pop person and you're looking at like just hypertrophy or just strength, what you would want to do is your upper day, your lower day on Monday is going to be really, really strong, just to be basic. Your upper body Tuesday is going to be sub-max, more hypertrophy. Then your Thursday lower body day is going to be, could be more volume based. And then your Friday is going to be, again, more volume based. So that's where you can look at the conjugate method, where you have you have your max effort days and your dynamic effort days. But what you realize is the percentage is shifting. So you're taking into account what your body needs to do to recover. And that goes also for your accessory and supplemental lifts. Because the big thing you need to understand for that SRA curve, that stimulus response adaptation, if you go 90%, 85% Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, you're just putting on too much stress. And now from an athletic development standpoint, you have to factor in your sport. So you can't max out every single day on a bench, on a deadlift, on a squat, and then on like a military press or whatever your 4th day is, and then practice 4 days that week and have a long weekend tournament, or do 5 days of skill and have a long tournament. You have to have very, very, you have to look at a bucket. So here's an analogy. You have, if you have 7 buckets Monday through Sunday, you can have 3 days where your entire bucket is full. 2 or 3 days that your entire bucket is full, meaning you gassed out, you gave it all you had. But then you have to have, another 2 days where you only fill your bucket halfway. You only fill that bucket halfway because you got to understand that, you have to have room for the other days. And then you have 2 days where it's like not filling that bucket at all. So I guess a better analogy would be is you have this giant bucket, And if you have 7 days that, fill that bucket to the top, you're spilling over, you're not getting that recovery. So you can have 3 days that fill that bucket up 25%, and then you can have 3 days that fill that bucket up the next, 25%. So now your bucket is just full, so you have those recovery days to pull away from the water or the rocks, whatever, the pebbles, whatever you want to fill in that bucket. So that's that undulating method that we're talking about, because I like that method for athletes for the simple reason is it balances out what they're doing. So if I have an athlete come in on Monday and they're shot, that might be their low intense day on Monday, and then they come in Wednesday and they feel rejuvenated. That's their intensity day, and then their submax day is Thursday, Friday. So that's how I would look at it. I hope that breaks it down from what the undulating method would look like. This is where you're looking at high days, low days, medium days, and then also checking off the boxes of what that athlete needs. Do they need more high days? Do they need more low days? Do they need more submax days? What does their body need? And that's how you can undulate and give them what they need, but not overdo it for them. Thanks for tuning in. I hope that helps, with your program design.